This video is about unconstructed, unsuccessful, unpopular, destroyed, stolen, lost, forgotten, concealed, and unallowed inventions. First we have the coleoptera plane. Possibly the weirdest and strangest plane ever constructed. As you can see, the engine of this plane is its back lower body. There was only one of these built, but it crashed. This is glow-in-the-dark tires. This is a brilliant invention, perfect for long dark nights and thunderstorms. This is the Paco gun. This is the first multi-shot weapon. This is the first sort of machine gun, multi-shot machine gun ever constructed. It was built in the 1700s, before World War I, before even the Civil War. Its bullets were in square shape, so they can cause maximum pain to the enemy. This weapon was heavy and complex. It had to be moved. It had a lot of parts, and that's why it was unpopular. It was just too much at the time. But if this weapon was used, it would have altered war and changed history forever. But this weapon never saw deployment in battle. I know it would have been a success. This is a lost invention called Greek fire. This invention was sort of a handheld flamethrower. It could incinerate entire ships and burn people alive, and it was so powerful it could even burn underwater. The formula for this invention was kept secret, only mouth to mouth and mind to mind, and thus it was lost to time. Even today, the formula is still unknown. This is a flying tank. The Russians came up with this idea. The idea was to attach wings to a tank and then fly them directly to battle. But the tanks were too heavy, and without armor the tank is pretty much useless, so this idea never came through. This is a German experimental plane from World War II, the Focke-Wulf Volksjäger. This is just a drawing, the actual plane was never built. It has a swept wing design, which makes it encounter less wind resistance. This is also an experimental passenger plane, but that was never built. This is the Hawker Siddeley HS-141 DHSC, a VTOL aircraft. There's another version of this with different colors. Do you see these little windows here, these little openings? These things will actually open up, and so air conditioners can blow wind either up or down. This allows the plane to control its own buoyancy in air. You see, this plane, the wings are attached to its shoulders. This is the only plane in history that has actual shoulders. This is the plastic design of the plane. It was never built. It was designed in the 1970s. The revolutionary things about this plane is that it has shoulders, actual shoulders, and it has these compartments that open up so the plane can stabilize its own buoyancy in the air. This is a camera pistol. This is not a weapon, it is a video camera in the shape of a pistol. Perfect for spying on people or taking photos and videos. There's very few of these left. It was more popular back in the day, but not anymore. This is probably one of the best ultimate mousetrap designs. Designed by J.A. Williams. The idea here is that there's a gun, a revolver, attached to this device, and once the mouse presses the button mechanism, the revolver goes off and blows the mouse brains out, or stomach. This is absolutely brilliant. This is a automated horsepower train. An early idea, instead of using engines, you put horses to power the train. This could have worked. It might not have been successful or popular with most people, but I can see this working. It's not impossible. This is the gun camera. This is an actual weapon, unlike the previous one. This allows you to take a picture of the last person you killed as a souvenir or memento. It allows you to take a photo of the thing or person you kill. This is a anti-blizzard, anti-storm mask. Perhaps even an anti-rain mask. It allows your face to stay dry and protected from the harsh weather. It has a big bird-like design. This is Stanley Meyer's water-powered Jeep, a revolutionary groundbreaking invention that runs entirely on H2O. This vehicle actually worked, but after Stanley died, it disappeared. Who knows where it is today? I'm sure the Christian God knows where it is. This is another cure for cancer, another cancer cure. It says cannabis cancer cure, and I'll tell you how it works. I know the secret. All you have to do is take cannabis and grind it and turn it into a sort of a oil, like a cream. You turn cannabis into oil or a cream version, and you just simply apply it to the infected place, and in a short time the cancer should disappear. It really works. You use cannabis, you grind it or turn it into cream form or into an oily substance, liquid, and you apply the liquid cannabis on the cancerous spot, and the cancer should disappear. This is a suppressed invention, a unallowed invention, an unpermitted invention, unallowed by the forces of evil and darkness. Here we have the domed city, a futuristic invention designed by Buckminster Fuller. The idea is to put a giant dome over Manhattan or part of Manhattan. This will protect the enclosed city, buildings and residents from the weather. This is another unconstructed invention. And I believe this is Buckminster Fuller's most monumental and massive project. It was just too expensive, too large, and people just don't have the time or the courage or the patience to build something like this. This is an experimental aircraft. This is the Arachon. This is a flying fortress passenger military ship. It could carry over 1,000 tons of cargo and over 3,000 passengers. In the front it has sort of missiles and rockets that it can launch. This would be the biggest passenger carrier if it was built. There is only one of these proposed, but they didn't accept it, and this flying machine was never built. I like this one. And end of part 1.